Salute. Peace and power, peace and power. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. How dare y'all be up this late with me? What is the matter with you folks? Angels, salute what's going on as you come on in. As you come on in, know that this is a safe space. Hold on, let me adjust the seat. Hold on. Let me adjust the seat. Hold on. As you come on in. Alright? Drea, know that this is a safe space. This is a space for educating, for being educated. This is a space to love, to learn, to listen, to question and answer, all on a path to true liberation. Yes, indeed. My classroom assistants. If any of you is up, Carol is in the spot. Please make sure you keep the green screen, PayPal, Intel in the chat, the duration of the class. Yes. And if anyone is in need of anger management, book your assessment. If you already on that list, get your sessions in. Yes. Yes, indeed. And if anybody or if someone you know is in need of domestic violence intervention, book that too. We here. We take care of all of your therapeutic needs. What's good? Man, we got to start because it's late. Murder Gang, salute. Wood, what up, Wood? Hold on. Hold on. GB, yes. Angel, you trying to stay up? I know you got your eyelids. You trying to stay up? Huh, what's good? Glad in TV. It's all good. It's all neat. But you get a 55. Yes. Yes, Drew, what up? Tasha, you get a 55. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. BK87, what up? Listen, let's get right to it. Somebody. Somebody tagged Adrien Broner, former boxing champ. Somebody tag him. Tag him. Tell him to get his ass to class. Vitamin Vision. Yes. Hey, Eminem, what up? Tag him. Because we need some splaining. Wait, what is it? Wait, what? Yeah, 55. Where you been? Get your little one eye, your little specs and glasses and little transitions and your little feather bang. You get a 55. This is Thursday night. We ain't seen you all week. 55. Now, we need some explaining to do. It seems former boxing champ Adrien Broner fell off. Far, far, far from the graces of when he was counting C notes, minked out, mink oiled out, shining, glistening, talking shit. V. Gibbs, salute. He done fell off, y'all. It appears to be Now we know he has struggles. He has had struggles throughout his career and towards the latter end of his career. And he's definitely still able to get up in that ring, but he looking real bad. Looking shabby. If you haven't seen the video, I'm sure you will. As always, we encourage you in this class to do your research, right? To formulate your own opinions and thoughts before, during, and after class. So you can go check the video out wherever you may find it, on whatever platform. But we're going to talk about it. Seems the video starts with Mr. Adrien Broner shirtless in a vehicle with a passenger who is also shirtless. I peeped that immediately. As you know, I'm quick to make an assessment when it comes to how men are moving. Men are moving a little bit creepy nowadays. The bromancing is a little bit extra. As we know, the exhibition of the He-Man Women Haters Club has definitely been in effect for some time now. And yo, I look, I see, I analyze. I don't know what these two grown-ass men doing in this vehicle, shirtless, and then as the camera, whoever is filming, is moving back and forth. You see that they got their knees out, shorts, and they're busy kikiing, chuckling, and giggling and clowning at the McDonald's drive-thru and making rather odd statement to the people that has to prepare your food, you know, and from the looks of it, they appear to be not in their right mind. I don't know if they're drunk. I don't know if they're on pills. I don't know if they weeded up, but they seem inebriated in their jest, in how they are, excuse me, talking with each other, and then to the employees in the drive-thru, and even made statement, "Don't spit my food." Why this type of statement was made, I don't know. I don't know. Who says that? Who plays with people that are preparing food, that are preparing something that you have to put in your mouth? No. And you're unable to see, to watch, to witness. That's rule 101. 1-on-1 and 101. We don't play when it comes to people who are preparing your food. However, that's where the video begins. So I'm looking like, okay, I want to see how this is going to pan out. And immediately after, you see the back, or you see Adrien Broner walking up to the counter. Now, for somebody who boxed many years and take pride in remaining in shape, take pride in using the discipline, using the attitude and how a boxer is trained, if he got any of the best coaches, to present yourself like a man in every moment. Like when you are trained in the art of self-defense, if you are trained in the sweet science of boxing, if you are trained to use your hands, any coach or trainer is going to also get your head in a proper space. So when you present yourself outside of the ring, outside of the gym, you are always conducting yourself like a man. Andrea, salute, salute. Much appreciated for the green screen. Do you understand? So when I'm watching and I'm seeing him without a shirt, and now I'm seeing that these are shorts that he have on, and you're starting to see that he might not have any drawers on because the shorts is hanging low and his grippers could be exposed. Then you see that he has no socks or nothing on with a do-rag. Y'all calling them silkies now, but that's a do-rag. And his body is not looking in shape. He's not looking like a champion. He's not looking like somebody who was once a belt holder. This man wasn't just a contender. This man held belts. So you can see that he going through it. Going through it. And he goes up to the counter, and first of all, it's obvious to any viewer that the employee behind the counter at the register don't know who the hell he is, don't give a damn who the hell he is, because he's coming, he's walking, he's abrasive, he's looking like a custody. And he slams the bag down. I need to see who did this. Where that boy at? And she says, sir, you cannot be in here without a shirt. And it's disturbing to see, for me, for somebody, again, who's boxed for a long time, who's seen and witnessed this man and his skill set and what he has achieved in the ring. And because of it, like so many others, got to the bag. Got to a serious bag. There's no other bag quite like that boxing bag. You get that. Oh, you get that. I wouldn't care who you have to hit. Your training staff, your coaches, your managers, I don't care who that. After that, you get a nice amount. You decent. So he got to the bag. So to see him looking like, somebody that's been living on the street for a minute, I'm like, damn, what's really good? What's really good? And I hate to keep going back to it and sounding like, sound like somebody just keep hitting rewind. But I've yet to see a large number of people who have gotten to that bag, who have gotten to that riches, made themselves, much more wealthy than any of us will ever see. I have yet to see them come out on the other side unscathed. That shit is not doing these individuals no good. None. And I'm looking at him carrying on, he beefing. You see the lady You ready to call the cops, and he talking about, damn the cops, I'll buy them too. But I'm looking at him like, damn, you look like you barely able to buy that McDonald's. And I'm trying to figure out why you got on a do-rag, no shirt, no drawers, shorts, knees out, no socks, and no kicks. Looking dastardly. Like, what's really good? What's really good? I'm telling you, it's disturbing that certain disciplines, because boxing is a strict discipline. Getting to the bag, that takes discipline. And I'm watching all these people crash and burn. Basketball players, football players, boxers, actors, rappers, crash and burn. This man looked like a straight up dope fiend. Crackhead. And his pal too. I'm trying to get that picture out of my head. What is wrong with dudes these days that buddy up and naked and presenting themselves outside like that? Like, what are y'all doing? What are we doing? We know cameras are everywhere. And if you're a celebrity, if you have any type of notoriety in this day and time, people looking to catch you out of pocket. You in McDonald's beefing over some dollar menu shit, and you was once throwing tens of thousands in the air. There's no way. Listen, it is no reason. I cannot think of any excuse other than he being high, him having a very, very severe mental health crisis, for him to be out there initiating the beef, initiating the trouble. Because you're playing with these people in the drive-thru. Like you, what's this girl mother name? Tokyo. You beefing in the drive-thru with these people. And then you go up in there, you got people ready to call police on you. And we know he's had numerous run-ins with the authorities. Yo, this shit really is not starting to make, I'm telling you, it is not ever going to make sense. We are in a bad space. We're in a very, very bad space. I'm trying to figure it out. How many men that's in class right now, tonight, how many men, because I don't know. He said I'm from a specific time and conduct, was that ain't even something that you wear. That's something that's inside. It's a specific conduct, a way of how you move around other men that separated you from the clown shit. So how many men, because, yo, I done been in sports. I boxed for years. I've been in the service. I've been in every social setting where it was just groups of men by themselves. And I've never been bare-chested around a bunch of dudes or just a dude. And come on. I was behind the damn wall with a bunkie in a 5x9 cell. They're not on no bare-chested shit. We was up in the mountains where there's no AC. If it's 90 degrees outside, it's 105 in your cell. There ain't nobody in there chest out. Nah, homie, no. Nah, we not doing that. These two dudes is in a car, clowning and giggling and shit. This man is a former champion. Come on, yo. Exactly. Exactly, Christopher. We don't get down like that. Come on. So now it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder why certain people get to the bag, why certain people hold a title, why they able to put that championship cup up, why they able to get this Oscar, this Grammy, why they're able to run around and cheese on top. It has to make Grippergate gotta be in effect. That's the only, because too many of them are doing it. Too many of them are handling themselves in a manner that is not high quality. Serious. I'm serious. I listen. I never ever witnessed any of our sports heroes move like that. So all of the theories that people come up with in the conscious and woke community, in the food, in the sound waves, in the different energies, got to be, because these dudes is looking and acting and conducting themselves. Yo, they couldn't do it. It wouldn't have been done. It wouldn't have been done. I'm serious. And you can't say that that's a new way. These dudes are old, man. These dudes are old. These are not people who was born after 9/11 and all that. There's a couple of them. These dudes they know better. Why are they so comfortable and really kind of defiant in how they're presenting themselves in a less than manly manner? They kind of defiant with it. So we have somebody, again, an ex-champ with a fucking do-rag on. A do-rag, yo. Shit ain't even tied tight. Shit is loose. Looking nasty, looking despicable. Beefing in the McDonald's, and then he beefing with the dude. Son comes from behind the grill and looking and really ready to get at him if his assistant manager didn't hold him back. Yo, when you working a 9 to 5 with the stigma of a fast food worker, and somebody come up in there with that bullshit. Remember how T.I.'s son almost got popped at the Waffle House? People messing with you. He don't know who homie is behind that grill. He don't know homie. Homie might have just did a dime or a dozen and came home and trying to get his shit together, he's coming out. He might have parked him, especially since he's out of shape for a fighter, since he's definitely under the influence of something. AB could have got scraped up in McDonald's. That little video could have went viral for a different reason. Could have got dropped up in there. Because that shit, homie was not scared. They didn't know who he was because he looked so bad. He spoke so bad. Raggedy shit. And I'm telling you, every time I see it, I always say, damn. These dudes just was sitting on a bag. Big bag. And it didn't change him. Not once. It didn't change him for the better. I'm waiting to see that. I'm waiting to see that. I want to see it. That's from any of them. I want to see that. I want to see the struggle. I want to see coming from absolutely nothing, getting to it, and it's making you a better person. It's making you more giving. It's making you more militant. It's making you into something that we once were. We seen it from the Alis. We witnessed it. We know what it is. This selfish shit now, getting to it and not doing nothing with it and then falling. Because soon as they get it, then they begin to fall off. And it's ugly to watch. That's why I say it's poison. When it come like that, it's poison. When people are consistently assisting, helping, and with that little help, you help somebody and you growing and you utilizing these resources, fine and dandy. But when you see them, they could take 50, 60 grand, throw it in a strip club. 80 pair of damn shoes, 35, 40 watches, and all this weird. What is that? What is that? No counseling, nobody going to get no type of education. Damn if you're not going to go to get the Euro education. I'm just talking about you got the bag. You can get the best of our scholars to tutor you in your home. I don't see none of them running around and hitting any of these dudes off to get more of this. Most of the intellectuals I see that's running in the conscious and the woke community, they pop, busted, broke. Broke. When every athlete, every actor, every A-list artist, if they were really down, if they were really melanated, if they were really black as they say they were, all of those individuals would be in a much better space. All of them. Professor Smalls, Kaba Khomeini, all of them. Umar, all of them. If these same people that they champion, that they push for, that they cheese around, would give them a fraction of what they bring in to educate them, to show them how to carry themselves, to be an example to us, then the bag would make sense. Shit ain't making no sense. These dudes get it and they crashing and they burning. So it's not helping them. Molly, salute. Much appreciated for the green screen. They look crazy. He looks nasty. He looks nasty. And I have to look at it like that and say, hold on. Why is this man Why is this man, who I witnessed on many occasions, with stacks of hundreds in a McDonald's, arguing and beefing with people for damn near absolutely no reason, ashy, with a companion or security or partner or broski or whatever, damn near naked. No drawers, shorts, knees out, ankles out, no shirts. What's going on here? What are they trying to tell us? And this behavior is running rampant. I'm getting videos of football players working out in underwear. Big brolic dudes is like this, big brolic 6'4" ass dudes in goddamn speedos and boxer briefs training on the football field. What is that? I never seen. For what? Most of the time when you're on the football field, even if y'all padless, y'all still got on uniforms and all that. Dudes is in their drawers now, making videos for the world to see. What are y'all advertising? Who are y'all advertising to? So that's what is starting to be the equation. Broke, striving, get to the bag, and then grippers get blown out. That's what it is. It's not, we can no longer look past it. And that's fine if that's what they want to do. Cool. But we're not going to act like we don't see it. And we're not going to act like that behavior is less than how they were presented to the world. Christopher, she was calling the police. She was calling somebody. She said it. You can't be in here without a shirt. What you doing? And he was defiant. I'm like, yo, you got to try to bring clarity to some of this shit. On the one end, they talking, the numbers is going up. With the Coco. With the Coco Uno 9. I'm seeing people in the town. In NYC, MBK. Starting to remask up. That's how they scared. They getting this information. Yet, I'm seeing more and more black men running around damn near naked. I see it in the gym. I'm looking at dudes like, yo, whoa. Homie, this is a public gym. Yo. What's good? What's good? John Smith, much appreciated for the green screen. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. And the only reason why it's spoken in class is because we always have to ask ourselves, what is our purpose? Because if we're moving in our purpose and with intent, then you're looking at people and you have to make the judgment like, what is their intent? What is their purpose? So we don't collide. You understand? People are fine in their space. Let them do what they do. I don't care if they smoking crack. I don't care if they popping pills. I don't care what they do. As long as they don't transgress against us and how we're moving. But you have to recognize their intent. Got to. Because we can't go out like Huey. We can't go out like Malcolm. We can't go out like Garvey and continuously be undermined by people who we believe is with us because they speak a certain language, look a certain way, and infiltrate. That's why we have these discussions. This is why we in class and we speak and we analyze and we look. If it doesn't make sense, it don't make sense. We can't make it make sense. We got to get rid of it. This is why we sit here and discuss these things. This is why I move the way I move, right? Because people send people at you, right? We know the Panthers was infiltrated from damn near beginnings. Nation of Islam was infiltrated from the beginnings. Why? Because all you had to do was be black and throw up your fist or say I'm with it, and you with it. What was there was no initiation coming through. Nothing strict. Nothing that will cause you to compromise yourself. So that's how our groups always get infiltrated. That's why I don't play games at all. At all. I test everything. Anybody that claims to be, oh no, I know how they get down. Because we must know. We have to study. We have to research. It's not enough to say they were infiltrated. How? What vices? What did they know about these individuals, these leaders, these groups? Oh, word? The CIA, the FBI, all these other unnamed lettered agencies would send people in there because they done researched the leaders and said, oh yeah, this is what they like to talk about. This is what they like to drink. This is what they're kinks. So you come this way, oh yeah, really? People think they're going to get up in here and get up on here. Nah, what you got? Who are you? Word? You really down for that? All right, come on. We're going to test and see if you claim or who you claim to be is real. Remember, they had people going on armored car robberies, bank robberies, sitting and plotting with BLA and others who were federal agents committing felonies. Dudes are going to trial and coming and seeing these dudes like, what? Didn't do nothing to really bring them in. Didn't force their hand. Force everybody's hand. Yeah. I get shit sent at me every day, all day. They send all type of shit. And it's always it's a deflection because I'm going to push you to that point. It's like, come on, we watch too many movies. We read too much. Come on, man, you test everybody. So, of course, we have to look at this shit and see, like, yo, what part of the script is this? Really? We seeing shit like booty hole brown girl shaking hands, giving dap to the owner of the New York Jets? Ofe? Since when you ever see him dap up any rapper ever? Nevertheless, somebody who just came through and talking about her booty hole. Really? A blue blood, multi-millionaire, billionaire gonna dap up a scuzz bucket live on the field? We was never supposed to see that video. Who is she? Who is she? How did that get inserted? What is the agenda behind that? What is the misdirection? What is the tension? Who was the scientist that put that into play? Because in some way that energy is connected to a lot of these black men going full, going crazy, looking stupid, getting ready to fight McDonald's employees. You was fighting in the ring for millions of dollars. Now you over there fighting for dollar menu shit? And we cannot act like that's normal. We cannot normalize it. We cannot shrug our shoulders at it because he had to be talented. He had to have that desire. He had to have discipline in order to get to those belts. Boxing? A professional fighter? Come on, man. I know what it took to get as nice as I got with these. Fighting in Golden Gloves. Fighting in the Army. Boxing. 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 That's discipline. That's training. That's a drive. That's a desire. He went professional, made it, and got to the top of it. To the top of it. And you beefing in the street over a dollar menu. Nuggets and goddamn double cheese. Really? Nah, man. No. It doesn't make sense. So certain protections have been taken away. Because you would have never, at the time that he had the belts, would have never thought that you would see him half-ass naked with a dirty-ass do-rag on, getting ready to fight somebody that's on fries. You know, came off of fries to come up to the counter and get ready to park them. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah, that's deep. That's very deep. The job they did on Mike Tyson, and they did Tyson dirty all the way through. Dirty. Drugged him. Stole all his bread. Made sure he went through every type of humiliation that you could ever. He did him dirty. And you ain't gonna see him in no McDonald's. Nah, you're not gonna see that. And there's a lot of boxers, a lot of fighters who really, that's all they know. A lot of them illiterate, a lot of them have many struggles coming through schools, jails, prisons, all that. There's absolutely no excuse. People have had some hardships. Come on, B-Hop did a full bid. Had to get back into the sport. You didn't see him fighting in no McDonald's employee. Yeah, I don't care how old you are, how many years you've been retired or what. Your hands are still licensed. You in there fighting a kid. You in there getting ready to fight somebody who got a 9 to 5. Out of his mind, man. That's custody mentality. That's what that is. That's custody mentality. and his team need to check him. No, it wasn't staged. No, that wasn't staged. You can see it. I'm telling you, see it from them in the vehicle. You got to look at it. It's different angles and different starting points. They was in the vehicle for Dolo. Bare-chested ass men giggling, carrying on, and plotting the beef with the McDonald's people. Just like Tokyo, whatever the hell that woman name is, you beefing. These people are off. And they seem to have dominated the attention of what goes on in social media, the sheer ignorance that is prevalent amongst the people on a regular basis. That's why we speak on it. Because we know that, where they getting these type of folks at? Nah. Because if we see it, I always tell you, the rest of the world see it. And then they begin to make judgment calls. Okay? So glad y'all came through on late night class. I see a whole lot of people ain't come to class tonight. They're going to get a 55 tomorrow. Trust and believe. They coming in the weekend with a 55. But y'all here and I appreciate it. As always, I said, don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. Guard your mind. Midwest never afraid to scrap. I hear that. Never afraid to scrap. Okay. So that means you don't shoot out there. You shoot the fade. That's what y'all do out there. Don't shoot. Shoot the fade. So in the Midwest, y'all like to get it on? I don't know. Y'all, shit, the numbers in Detroit, y'all gun violence way up. Chicago gun violence way up. Ohio, Dayton, and all that gun violence is way up. You dig? So, I don't know. Hold on, before I go, let me answer Mark Miller, the Bliz. What would be the motivation for a black man calling Malcolm X a rat? I don't know what the motivation would be other than hate or not understanding. In order to call Malcolm X a rat, you would have to have seen footage where he's on the news saying to the world that the nation firebombed his house and was attempting to assassinate him. Now, he said it more than once in public. So if they're using that to say that he was a rat, so be it. He's also said out of his own mouth that FBI always approached him. They always did. They always went at these individuals. A lot, and this is what gets me angry, a lot of the information that I get from specific elders, this is information that should have been out. This is information that we supposed to know about our leaders. You understand what I'm saying? And about these movements. And they tight-lip on it because, again, these movements hold prestige. These movements have resources. So people try to protect them. But in protecting them, you do a disservice to the next generation, right? And we're supposed to know that a lot of them had vices. A lot of them were custies. A lot of them had some very extreme behaviors that we wouldn't deal with or find, you know what I'm saying, worthy of our time, right? You could go and poke holes in all of them. So again, this is a time where we have access to research a lot of things, right? Eat whatever you're going to eat, spit the bones out. The fruit, spit the seeds out. Whatever good we can get out of that, and whatever we see that is harmful or not useful to us, you push it to the side. But again, divine order. There is always a time and a space where these organizations and these individuals was needed to push us forward. Shit, Eldridge Cleaver used to rape Ofe women on a regular basis. That's how he caught his bid. But in that bid, he ended up writing Soul on Ice. And that was before Panthers and none of that. He was older than the rest of them. He was already bidden. So we're going to say, oh, we're not listening to what Eldridge had to say. We're not going to read and take apart the truth in Soul on Ice because he had a fixation for taking Karim box. That's ignorant. You understand? That's ignorant. There was a lot of them. Huey ended up becoming a custody, a crackhead. So what? We're not. We just gonna throw out everything that he did. Revolutionary suicide, to die for the people, the catalyst for that whole movement. Remember, excuse me, Huey was locked up for the damn near entire growth of the Panthers. What about Dr. York using that rationale? Nope. Nah, we ain't going there. That's something totally different. Totally different. The doctrine in itself was you could poke holes in. There was a lot of falsehoods, and I'm different. You can't ask me about that because I walked through that community. I drove through that community as a child. I watched that community on Bushwick Avenue grow from an apartment or two to taking 3 or 4 blocks. I seen the growth in that. I'm telling you, my father is from Williamsburg Projects. Bushwick Avenue, School Street. I seen the growth and the decline of that community. We seen Dr. York on the illegal number slips, the prints. Come on. So our information is different. Our knowledge of that whole movement is different. That whole structure. You gonna get some for some who went in it and they did it and they excelled and it helped them. Okay, but I'm coming from a different doctrine. I'm coming from a different space early on. So I'm not impressed by that. I wasn't never impressed by it. Others may have needed. Others who came out of Christianity or Catholicism or were agnostic coming up. They gravitated and found what he had in his books impressive. Wasn't impressed with it. I had a father who walked with Father Law, who walked with Clarence 13X, who was in the nation, who practiced Sunni Islam. So I'm a kid coming up with all this. I'm not impressed by nothing that comes. I'm woke in the house. So when that grew, and I'm telling you, it was great for Bushwick because again, that was a part where black people were treated unfairly, and they changed it around to where you wasn't doing nothing within those 3 blocks. Ansar community, no. You get your ass whipped with a staff. Straight up. Nothing. No one was going to be harmed within those 3 blocks. But I wasn't in it. We ain't in it. It was what it was. So I don't know. That's something different. But if you're talking about Malcolm, if you're talking about Huey, if you're talking about Stokely, if you're talking about, in hindsight, there was a lot of errors. And that's for us to do proper research on and say, damn, that didn't work. Damn, they should have saw that. They didn't see that coming. Damn, they let this broad infiltrate them because she was giving the head and all that. And she end up going up into the ranks. This is how they play. But if you act like you dumb or that you so super in your morals and in certain ways of being, they're gonna bang you. You're gonna be a hypocrite to yourself. We are of all that, right? It's like Farrakhan said, yeah, I used to smoke reefer. Yeah. Yeah. We all had certain faults, certain right. Come on, you just stick the hammer in people right upside, right in their mouth, and dare them to blink. Straight beast. On the hunt. Super predator. All that. People taking it back. Oh, Hillary called them super predators. The fuck you think we was? Come on now. So you play in all that because it's right there. And then you leave it alone. Like, wow, damn. Living under oppression brings out the worst. So you live it. Now, some people may have escaped it. Some people may have never had to play in any of that street, in any of that ill behavior. Hats off to you. If you was situated in a space where your people were comfortable in their oppression and they may have had degrees and lived in a certain space and earned certain incomes and you didn't have to dance and all that. Lived in an environment where you was away from it. Cool. But a lot of us was in it. Dead in it. Dead in it. So if we're going to look and now you calling Malcolm a rat? Because one, he was very triggered. He was angry. His whole world was destroyed. Because the man he believed in that gave him knowledge of self wasn't keeping it 100 with him. So of course, he said these. He was talking about in the 60s. What else he going to do? They coming at him. His main enemy, the crackers, they coming at him on a regular basis. You got other intellectuals coming at you. Everybody trying to destroy you, and they firebomb your house with your children and your wife. And you not earning no money? None? You doing it for the love of your people? He gonna slip. He gonna make unwise decisions. He gonna make unwise statements. And what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to watch that and say, damn, that's deep. How do I protect myself from that? You understand? Who the fuck we call him? Why we call him a rat? You would call him a rat, not Al Sharpton, who was ratting, wearing wires, trying to get a side of back over here, all type of weirdo, wild, foul shit, disruptive and all that. You gonna call Malcolm a rat? But not these dudes that's doing ratting every day? Nah, that's what I think of somebody. I think they're misunderstood. They don't know what the hell they talking about. Bliz, what do you think about men who make excuses for Elijah Muhammad and his relationships with those young girls? I think they sick. I think men are sick, especially if they have daughters themselves. I think you're sick. I'm telling you, it's very difficult for me. I don't know about anybody else, but for me to look at somebody younger or the same age as my children, just can't. But then again, I was always geared to look at more mature women. I you I'm keeping it, but you under 35. Yeah, it's not what fuck am I what? Can't. There's nothing there. Mentally, there's nothing there for us to speak on unless you're coming from a position where you want to dominate consistently, where you don't want to be fed intellectually, where you don't want to be fed sexually. If your ass is 30, 40, and you dealing with 18, what is her experience going to give you as a man? That means you have some sick sadist, masochist type dealings up in here. There's nothing attractive about that. So then you got to look at him and say, okay, that man in all his greatness and all of the things he were able to do to move up people to a specific level at that time, give him that. But he had fault. That was a fault. Now you dealing with teens? So as much as you telling us about the devil, as much as you telling us about the divine evil and about our oppressor, you got his behavior in line. But again, I'm a different type. Other dudes like that. I see dudes do that. They persist. And I see dudes in other nationalities. That's not a behavior. I can't do it. There's nothing there. So, dudes that's in it, and there's a lot of dudes. It's a lot. You'd be surprised. That's why I moved the way I move. I don't deal with dudes that could do that. And that's an easy read. You watch their eyes and their face when these little youngins is moving and walking and in the community. You can see it. You can see it. That's why I don't hold dudes too close. Because I know me. I've always been at any of my peoples that tell you that. I won't think twice. You'll get it too. Slip. You'll get it too. Because I got zero tolerance for certain things, and that's one of them. Don't deal with no young girls. Not happening. It's unnecessary. All right? So again, it's late. I don't want to be on. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Okay? Appreciate y'all for listening. And we'll have another class tomorrow. Again, book your assessments, book your sessions. And somebody, anybody, get Adrien Broner some clothes and keep his ass up out of McDonald's. Somebody get him some help. Keep telling y'all, tag these dudes. They need therapy. They need to be in a therapeutic space. And I'd be more than happy to assist them in that. Because son looking bad. All right? So all y'all rest easy. When there were rumors that Bumpy Johnson offered Malcolm X some extra security, Malcolm turned it down. Yeah, a lot of things were going on. Again, we don't know. We could only, do research and speculate. We don't know why Pac ran up on Orlando. We don't know why Malcolm made those statements. I'm not hear those statements on the news and yeah, they did it. They've been trying to set. We don't know what was the trigger to get that. We could just make sure that we exercise our thoughts and our behaviors so that we're in a space when we're confronted with certain things, we manage our anger to a space where we're not making the wrong move. I did 10 years because I was triggered by somebody who wasn't on my level at all. And when I start letting that thing go, they wasn't ready for that. If I would have just thought, if I would have been in a space back then, I ain't had no anger management. I was off the meter. If I would have been able to just breathe, I would have been able to focus and see all these dudes is broads. These bitch ass dudes don't really want, they don't know me. They don't know I'm from East New York. They don't know nothing about me. But I allowed their energy to make me turn it up a notch and let that thing go and suffer severely for it. You dig? So we have to be in those spaces. So when you are building online and you hearing things that you don't agree with, and it's no debate. No, you hear something and it's so out of alignment from your beliefs, you block the individual. I do that all day. All day. I block about 100 people a day. I don't need your subscription. I don't need your follow. I go on Twitter and do it. I see something weird. I start reading comments. Mad racial shit. Block them people. Mad anti-Nubian. Block them people. Anti-melanated. Block them people. This bitch got her ass and her. Block all that. This way it prevents you from being triggered and getting online or moving in a space where you believe somebody is with you and you go to anything, a book signing, a clothing drive, or anything. You see these people and they not who they appear to be or how they present themselves. Nah, get rid of that. And the quicker you do that, the quicker you can build with like minds who are going to manifest themselves in that same way, and we unite then. That's how you weed out the bullshit. Who's very real, who's official, who's consistent, and we off and running. So again, make sure y'all in class with all 10 fingers and 10 toes. Be safe out there, especially if y'all watching from the West Coast, because it's only about 9 something over there. Get home safe.